Good morning, blizzard of 1993. I remember that blizzard quite well. I was a Bible college student at the time up at Elam Bible Institute, and we had more snow than I think I've ever seen in my life. Um, so Syracuse, I know, got 43 inches. The Syracuse dome had to be deflated because of the amount of snowfall. Uh, we were basically blacked out. There was a lot of places that lost power. I believe that we got the generators going up the main building. Somehow we got just a big enough path to get from the dorms up to the main building. So we got the cafeteria going so we could get some food and hang out in the cafeteria and all of that. But basically, places were just paralyzed. It was about 3.5 feet worth of snow. The throughway was closed. Um, Everything just kind of came to a grinding halt. Tons of people were out of power. They weren't even letting snowplows out a lot. It was bad, and but I had a burning desire to get back to class. Problem was, there was snow between the main building to College Hall that it didn't look like there was going to be any way to get to. And we probably were going to have to wait for the backhoe. Now, I happened to have been on the grounds crew at the time. Um, and I don't know, I really wanted to get back to class. I loved learning, always have. Um, and so I got inspired. I was like, you know what? I'm going to start digging. And of course, my friends and my classmates, they were like, Andrew, you're crazy. You're never going to be able to make a path from here to there. I mean, when I'm talking snowdrifts, I mean, they were up over our head. It was 3.5 feet of snow that fell. But then when the wind came and piled snow together, a lot of the places the snow was just over the head. And, they were like, just wait for the backhoe. But I don't know. I feel like maybe God put it in my heart, in my spirit. And I got, I don't know, maybe a quarter of the way down. And I I have a tendency at times to be a little on the stubborn side. I got maybe a quarter of the way down, and then some of my classmates joined me. And when other people came out and we started working together, we got it done. We ended up getting a path down to College Hall, from College Hall to Watson, the men's dorm. Obviously, from there up to the main building, to the cafeteria where we had to eat and kind of hang out together. But I feel like I wanted to share that story because sometimes God gives you a thought or a desire to do something that, your friends and your family, they're like, there is no way that you're doing that. And then hopefully it's God that put the desire within you. And you step out in faith and you start going towards the goal, and God opens up the path. In my particular case, it was my classmates that came, and my supervisor, Doug Abbey, love that man. But we ended up having a good time doing that. I was told later that I should have waited for the backhoe, but we were able to get back to classes sooner. And I think what I want to just kind of share and inspire with you is sometimes there could be a thought or a dream that God's put within you. And I'm not necessarily saying that was a thought or dream of God for me in my life in the grand scheme of things, but just saying that in the natural, your family and friends are just saying, you can't do that. That's impossible. Well, the truth is, all of the people in the Bible that we admire, especially Jesus, what they were called to do, what they had to do, was beyond their capacity and capability of doing. But they stepped out in faith, God was with them, and God made a way where there didn't seem to be a way. And so I'm going to challenge each and every one of us. If God gives you a thought, a dream, a vision to do something that in the natural is impossible, that's probably a good thing. It's probably God, because if we could do it ourselves, it wouldn't be a calling and it wouldn't be an adventure between you and the creator of the universe. And I just want to say, go with God, grab the dream, grab the vision, and step out in faith. Have a great day.